Hi educators, today in this tutorial the Codemoji team is going to take you through lessons 6 through 10 and kind of the meaning behind some of the tags and kind of how to present them to the students. It's very similar to lessons 1 through 5 where you drag over the emoji, it does some kind of function, and then you run the code and see that function. You can do a little bit of explaining on the board, kind of what the span, the italics, the image tag, and some of the different tags mean in lessons 6 through 10. So basically the span tag is just a section in the document. You can just drop that in right there, and then you can see it's the span tag behind it, and this will basically just kind of look in most scenarios like the p tag and some others. We're going to go into more depth of kind of what the span tag does in later lessons. So you can see the span, the answer right there, and then when you run the code you can see the answer to the span tag. So lesson 7 is the block quotes, and the block quotes are used in any scenario where most good books are filled with quotes. So if you ever have to quote somebody else, you can use the block quotes. So just open the book, and that's why it's a book emoji. And you can see the block quotes behind there. So you can just kind of write whatever quote you feel like. So you can have the students right now in this scenario write one of their favorite quotes by their parents or their favorite author. That's kind of a fun way to engage the students. So then you can see the block quote right over here. So now we're going to jump into lesson 8 real quick. Lesson 8 is one of my favorites. It's the strong tag, and we have a muscle man here. So strong stands for basically bold, and this will make the text a little bit darker, a little bit more bold. So if you have to say something strong or really want to stand out, you can use this strong tag. And as you can see over here, it's a little bit bolder. And then when we run it real quick, you can see it's a little bit more bold. So the italic tag, this emoji is a little different than most of our other ones because usually italics are used in more of an educational setting. So we have this kind of more educational eye. So if you have to say a book title or a movie title, you usually want to put those in italics just to be safe. So you can, in this scenario, you can kind of explain to the students what italics do if the students don't know, which they probably do. You can kind of just go into more in depth of that and kind of have the students then maybe put their favorite movie. And you can see it then does the italics function. So this is lesson 10, and this is where we added our image tag, and we have added some fun images which are different animals. And this is where we start getting into some of the fun tags. Lessons 11 through about 15 have some pretty awesome tags that create a lot of really cool things and do a lot of great functions. So basically we're going to add an emoji, which as you can see that was the lion emoji or tiger. Basically after you add it, it pops up an awesome cute picture of a tiger. And that's really an easy way to add images. And right now you can see we have a few different images here the students can pick from. They can really have a good time in the playground area and really see what else they can create. So after about this point, you can let the students create their own projects on the playground, or you can have them keep doing more lessons. We would suggest them trying to do a project and then coming back to the lessons at a little bit of a later point. Always again, you can manage your whole classroom through the teacher dashboard. As always, you can always get a hold of us at Codemoji through our website. If you have any questions or need help with anything, we'd be more than happy to help you. And again, thank you for using Codemoji, and we hope you enjoy, and emoji out.